What's up, guys? I'm Teresa, and I have a very special person on today, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
It's Kevin Lyman from Vans Warp Tour. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good. Good. Doing all right. Freezing, sitting here in the middle of Annapolis, Maryland. It should be warm by now, you know?
Yeah, the weather down here is crazy. It's snowing here right now. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah. So, it's nice to talk to you.
Yeah. So what gave you the idea to start Warp Tour?
Warp Tour was like I've been doing events with skateboarding and music in Southern California where we were raising money for AIDS research and boarding for breast cancer, which was breast cancer education. And I was sitting in the snow one day after an event, and I said, let's do, this lifestyle that we've been leading in Southern California is eventually going to get known out there because of the X Games were announced, and just decided to gather up a few friends. And I've been already working in the music business 13 years and was thinking about getting out of it and going to be a school teacher, and decided to go out, and we just packed up a skateboard ramp and some bands like No Doubt and Sublime and a few other bands, and went out and trekked out across the country for one time. And 24 years later, we're looking at the going out for our last time this summer.
That's cool. Is the skateboard ramp still at the dates?
No, we haven't been bringing the big ramp out. We used to travel with the big half pipe. Sometimes we'll bring in local mini ramps or street courses and stuff. But the big vert ramp was retired.
How do you choose the lineup every year?
I start looking at the lineup about a year ahead of time. So if I was going to be doing the tour in 2019, I guess I'd be looking at it already. But since it's the last one, I'm just focusing on putting out the best tour I can this year possible.
Do you stick to just one genre of artists on the tour?
No, Warp's been a very diverse lineup. That's why you've seen everyone from Kid Rock to Limp Bizkit to Pennywise to Bad Religion and NoFX to Sleeping with Sirens and everything in between play there, including people like Katy Perry and more recently artists like G-Eazy and BB Rex that got their start on the Warp Tour.
What goes into planning the tour?
It's a year-round operation. I mean, I have 3 awesome women that work with me on the Warp Tour year-round. They work year-round doing the operations, management, and putting all the sponsorships together. I tend to focus on working with the promoters and booking the lineup. And then we have a great team, small team, but a big team that puts this together each year.
Is it usually the same promoters every year that you work with?
Quite a few. Some have been absorbed by people like Live Nation and bought more and more promoting companies. So, we usually tend to work with the same people. Now, they may end up going to work for different promoters, but we've been able to stick with a lot of the same people for many years.
How do you resolve any conflicts that come up over the summer?
That's why I'm there every day. I travel with the tour, and we sit down out in front of my bus and talk through them. Now, that's if we can talk through 99% of them, and if the person doesn't put it out on social media, we resolve them before anyone knows they even happened.
That's good. What organizations do you work with on the tour?
We work with about 90 nonprofits that come in throughout the tour. Some like Boarding for Breast Cancer, A Voice for the Innocent, To Write Love on Our Arms, Feed the Children Now. Now with our opioid initiative, the FEN movement, we've been working very strongly with that on building awareness about opioid education.
Are there going to be any new organizations on the tour this year?
Well, you will see the FEN movement, and we've been contacted by quite a few local nonprofits to come out in different markets.
How can people get involved with the organizations?
They can check online for volunteers, www.vanswarptour.com. It's a great way for them to be involved with what we're doing.
So there's a few VIP tickets. How are people able to grab those?
Well, we don't sell the VIP tickets. Either they're earned or through charitable auctions that raise money for different charities will do those, or we reward people for doing good in their community.
Yeah, one of the things is blood drives, right?
Yeah, the blood drives. We'll be holding a lot of the blood drives are being lined up right now, and some are being put together and are going on right now in the local communities.
When did you decide this summer would be the last run, and what made you decide this?
Oh, I've been thinking about it for a few years. I think I've done everything I could possibly do in the format that Warp Tour is in. We'll keep the spirit of Warp Tour alive and doing other things. it's just going to take a different thing. You know, being 2 months on the road in the middle of the summer, and between Lollapalooza and now Warped Tour, it'll be my 27th summer on the road, and I might want to go enjoy one with my wife at some point.
That sounds fun. Is it hard being away from your family while you're on tour?
It has been hard, but I've been lucky now the last few years that both my daughters work out on the Warped Tour. Sierra runs the nonprofits out there, and my other daughter works in the production office, so we've been able to spend the summers together, so it's been very nice. What
are you going to do with your time after Warped Tour?
Oh, I'm already getting very busy working, on different initiatives. One of the reasons I'm here in Annapolis, do something with the community here. I think I'm going to stay pretty busy.
Do you think that there will ever be another tour even close to Warped Tour?
Oh, I'm sure, from what I hear, about 20 people might be trying their own Warped Tours next year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but they won't be called Warped Tour.
Oh, definitely no.
They'll have to come up with their own name.
What can people do to make this year's Warped Tour the best one yet?
Bring as many cans of food out to the front gate so we can help fill up the food banks. That would be appreciated. And come support live music. That's important right now. These bands need your support, and we need people to go out and see live music because there are so many distractions out there in the world. And let's go this way. There's so many distractions out there in the world that we need people to support these bands and get out and see them live. And Warped Tour is still a great value and a great day out, and usually a hot parking lot somewhere.
There's a lot of local bands on the tour this year, right?
Yeah, we've been really trying to support local music, and that's why we're bringing back the little local stage. And every market we're going to have, 10, 12 local bands, which will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, where can you find all the bands that are playing the Wholesale Stage?
We will be listing them coming up on the website. They're updating it soon, and it'll all be listed in the next couple weeks.
All right. Do you have any funny stories from over the years of the tour?
Oh my gosh, we have so many. There's stories like in the early days when buses would break down and people pile on buses. But most of the fun stories I have revolve around getting to take people fishing or boating or whitewater rafting or houseboating. So we've had a great time. It's been a great, exciting time, and we're just everyone's got their own stories, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Will you be speaking at or attending Launch Festival this year?
I will not be at Launch this year. Kate's coming up from my office, and a bunch of people are coming in, but I will not be there this year.
You've been there in the past, though, correct?
Yeah, I've been there like the last 3 or 4 years, I think.
Have you ever found any bands that you've played on Warped Tour there?
Yeah, Stack Like Pancakes. I know there's been a few, but Stack Like Pancakes being one of the bands that I've actually brought out on multiple Warped Tours.
Yeah, they're really good. Their music's really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you last year actually at Launch. You were watching the one guy I work with on this show, actually, Zach. They're playing this year, his band.
Oh, yeah, it was a great time. I love going to Launch. I just, this year just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Hopefully again in the future.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Launch seems like it's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
Have you... Oh, wait, I already asked that question. Is there anything else you would like to tell about Warped Tour this year?
No, I appreciate you having me on, and hopefully we'll cross paths out there at one of those shows this year.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm glad that finally got a chance that our schedules are lined up.
All right, great. Thank you for having me on. And sorry I missed the other day. Just I got my travel all mixed up.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Don't worry.
All right, take care of yourself. All right.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.